Hi guys, it's your girl Lauren, aka Eve. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing something different. It's gonna be a story time because you know your bitch I have something to tell you guys. Like, guys, this story time is going to be crazy, especially when it's a recent thing. Anyway, without further ado, guys, make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and yeah, let's get straight into this video. Guys, let's jump straight into this story. Basically, this started in around March. Well, this time we're in March. So basically, it was my cousin's wedding. She did her wedding in Coventry. So we went to Coventry. I drove up there with my dad, my aunt and both of my kids, because obviously a bitch's got 2 kids. I've got 2 babies. So yeah, so we drove up to Coventry. It was like an hour drive. No, it was 2 hours drive. Very long ass drive. I was tired, I was sleepy, and then had to drive back a few hours later. I mean, I wasn't looking forward to it. Yeah, I went to my cousin's wedding and it was good. The vibe was good, very good wedding. So I went outside. At the time, I used to smoke at the time, but I no longer smoke. So I went out to smoke, and then some guy was smoking outside as well. So he kept looking at me, and then he just approached me. We was talking. He asked me, how do you know the bride and groom? I was like, yeah, the bride is my cousin, blah blah blah, and he was a friend to the groom. So yeah, we got to know each other. We exchanged numbers. Yeah, we exchanged numbers. Let me describe you Pinocchio, because Pinocchio, that's what we're gonna call him. Let me describe you Pinocchio, or Banana, don't know, whatever. Yeah, so basically he was tall, dark and handsome, Ghanaian guy. I love my African guys, I love my chocolate guys. He had cane rows. I mean, he looked good, he was cute. I went back into the venue. I didn't see him after that. I don't know where he disappeared to. So yeah, the wedding was over, drove back home, blah blah blah, and I think I lost his number. So then he called me like 2 or 3 days after. No, he messaged me. He was like, hey, this is so and so, I met you at so and so's wedding. The guy, well, you get the vibe. Yeah, so I was like, oh yeah, I actually lost your number, blah blah blah. He was like, I was waiting for you to call, all that rubbish. So yeah, we started talking. That was during, yeah, like I said, the lockdown. I mean, when this whole virus thing first started, it was so depressing. Like, I hate it. Yeah, but at the time I was still working in a hospital. Yeah, I was still working at the time. So yeah, I was going back to work as normal. Obviously during the pandemic you're still scared because you're thinking to yourself, rah, like, I work in a hospital where there's loads and loads of cases, like, so I was a bit shook, but a bitch gotta make some money, do you get what I mean? Like, I hate staying at home doing nothing. I hate it, that's just not me. Anyway, back into that. Yeah, so me and him started talking. A week goes by, we're talking, the conversation is flowing, we're video calling. Even at work we would talk, and then 2 weeks went by, a month went by. It was a good convo, like we was getting to know each other. We spoke every day. We was getting there. So yeah, he would always tell me, come to my house, let's have a drink, blah blah blah, let's just chill, there's nothing to do, this, pandemic that. That was the beginning. So obviously me, I was scared. I don't want to catch anything, so I kept telling him, nah, when lockdown is over, because you never know. I was scared. So yeah, after that, a month and 2 weeks went by. He was always asking me, oh, why don't you come, let's chill, I'll cook for you, blah blah blah. I kept saying no, but then one day I was like, do you know what, I don't mind, like this guy keeps asking me to come over, and after work I'm not doing anything, and I also used to do night shift back then. So yeah, so one day I was like, we was talking, we was planning it, I was like, yeah, I'll come. He was like, what do you want me to cook? And I was like, what do I want you to cook? He's like, yeah, I can cook, I'm a good cook. I'm not gonna lie, Ghanaian men can chef it up in a kitchen, no cap. Ghanaian men can cook.
You see something when I come to Accra. Thank you for the word so sweet. Thank you.
No, actually, let's go way back before I even went to see him. Yeah, so we was planning it. It was meant to be the previous day. I was meant to go and see him. And yeah, we was talking, blah, blah, blah. He's like, don't forget, like, we're meeting tomorrow, because every time we meet, you say you're coming, and then you'll message me, oh, I can't make it, blah, blah, blah. I was like, no, don't worry. Like, this time I'm going to come. If I'm telling you I'm going to come, I'm going to come. Do you get what I mean? So yeah, blah, blah, blah. Nightfall, we spoke on the phone as usual. Good night, good night. And then, guys, I'm telling you that sometimes God speaks to people through dreams, and we always ignore it. Guys, the dream I had here, it was about this guy. So in the dream, it was me and another friend talking to him on the phone. He was like, oh babe, I have nothing to eat, there's no food, even the laundry, like I'm on my own, I can't really do all of that. So I was like, oh, don't worry, like I know how to cook, I'll come over, I'll cook, I'll help you clean, I'll come with my friend so she can help me, so everything will go faster. That was in a dream. So me and my friend, we went to his house now, and in the dream I was cooking, cleaning, he was lying down in a sofa, he was in a sofa on his phone. So he thought I was in a kitchen, I couldn't hear him, so I peeked through the living room now. Who's that? So yeah, guys, I think I left off at, yeah, in the dream I was having a, yeah, in my dream he was on the phone to someone, and then I was peeking, I can see that he was talking to a girl because the phone was a loudspeaker, and he was talking to his girlfriend. In the dream he was telling, what did he say to her? Oh, guys, this was like last year March, and it was a dream, so I can't properly remember, but I think he was telling her that he misses her, like he wants her to come back together, that he's got no one. So then me and the girl, we started arguing, we was going back and forth. She was like, listen, this is my man, like he's my boyfriend, we're in a relationship, how can you do this? It was just all a mess. So I told my friend, let's go. Like my friend was like, bro, like what happened? Do you get what I mean? Like she was asking me questions in a dream, so I was like, I'll tell you later. And then I burst out crying, and then I woke up. And then when I woke up, he messaged me, good morning, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, we spoke for a bit, and then he called me because I was getting ready to go. But there was something inside me that, I don't know, I couldn't be bothered to go. Like, I didn't really want to go. But then I was thinking, but every time you said you're going to go, you don't end up going. And then he ends up buying this, buying that. So I was like, oh. You know when your gut is telling you not to go, but your head is telling you to go. So yeah, then he called me. He's like, oh, are you still coming? I was like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know. He was like, why do you keep doing this? So I told him about the dream. I was like, oh, I had some weird dream that you still have a girlfriend and you're leading me on because this is too good to be true, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, it was just a dream. I promise you, I don't have a girlfriend. I told you that I'm divorced. He's very good looking, he's still young, he got married young, so baby, he's a whole snack, tall, 6 foot and a bit. Yeah, he was just telling me that it's a dream. Sometimes people just dream, it doesn't mean anything. Like, I'm single, I promise you I don't have anyone. So I was like, okay, cool. Guys, so I drove there, I drove to his house. Yeah, we was listening to music, we was talking. I mean, it was very good. Like, the company was amazing. Like, we just got along so well. Like, it's like it's like I've known him for years. Like the vibe was, I mean, it was lit. So yeah, me and him talking, like, how are you, blah blah blah, whatever. We were just talking, normal conversation. And guys, I could not resist this man. I don't know why, I couldn't resist him. The guy kept talking. I'm just looking at his lips. I'm gonna be honest with you, just wanted to kiss him. So yeah, we was talking, we started drinking, listening to music, chilling. And then he was cooking, he started cooking. Like I said, he made jollof with chicken and fried yam and some tomato stew. I don't know what stew that was. Guys, the food banged. Yeah, so the food was amazing. So yeah, one thing led to another, you know, the alcohol kicked in, whatever. All of a sudden, we're just still chilling, you know, drinking, just having a good time. And then someone knocked on his door, at the front door. So I kept hearing this knock. I'm telling him, like, wow, someone's knocking on your door. He's like, no, there's no one, it might be the neighbors. So I said, okay, cool. Like, I left it. 10 minutes later, the same knocking, the same banging on the door. And this idiot is still insisting that it's the neighbor. Like, do I look like a clown? Do I look stupid?
I look like a fucking clown to you? Huh?
So I'm telling him again, like, someone's knocking on your door, you need to go and answer it. He's like, oh, I bet it's nothing, but yeah, let me go and check. So he went to check now, and he's been there for a while. So I'm thinking, what's going on? So I'm hearing him talking to someone in a hallway, but at that time I hadn't clocked that it was a female. So he came back into the room and I'm like, is everything all right? He's like, no, it's nothing. Obviously it's my neighbor. So I was like, okay. He went back into the hallway, talking, and I'm hearing shouting. I'm thinking, what's going on? And it was a female. I could hear a female's voice and his voice. I was like, oh, hell no. Hell to the motherfucking no.
Oh, hell no.
At that time, I was so pissed off. Like, you know when your blood is boiling, and at the same time, guys, I'm tipsy because we've been drinking since 3, and this incident happened like around 9 or 10. So I was so fucking tipsy. Like, so do you know when you're just boiling inside, like, what the hell is going on? And then the girl walks in.
Oh, no.
Guys, at that point, I was so angry. Do you know, you're just angry and you're shocked. Like, I was so shocked. I couldn't believe what was going on. But at the same time, I'm boiling. I'm just raging inside. And this story, it does piss me off. Even explaining it, it brings back a lot of memories. So yeah, and mind you, I'm still tipsy. Like, I'm tipsy, so if it was even a fighting situation, like, how am I meant to fight when I'm tipsy? Like, all sorts kept going through my head. So yeah, she walked in, she threw her bag and her jacket, like, on the bed, and I was also sitting on the bed. So let's say she dashed it that way. She came in through the door, she looked at me, she dashed her stuff, and she was like, I am Banana's girlfriend. And I was like, excuse me? She's like, yeah, I'm Banana's girlfriend. And then she left the room. So in my head, I'm thinking, this bitch is gonna come with a knife. She's
like, it's about to go down.
And then he walks, I don't know what they said when she left the room, but I didn't really hear her voice after. She was shouting. No, she wasn't even shouting, you know, like, they were talking for time. And me, I put on my shoes, he walked in, he's like, oh, that's not my girl, like, obviously that's my ex, I don't really know her, I don't know what she's doing here. So I was like, what are you talking about? The girl walked in and she said that I am Banana's girlfriend, and you're telling me that's my ex? Like, what the fuck is you talking about, sir? Because what's going on? Because when I was talking to you, You never told me you had a girlfriend. So do you get what I mean? Like, what's the situation? Like, at that point, I am fucking pissed off. Like, I just wanted to take this guy's head and bang it through the wall. I just wanted to punch him up, but I was tipsy, guys. There's no way I can fight. I could not fight. What fight when I'm in that condition? You must be joking. He was still chatting his bullshit. He was still chatting shit. So yeah, the girl was in her kitchen. I took my stuff and I left. And this stupid ass clown, I went home. I sobered up a bit in the car. Can you imagine? I had to sober up a little bit in the car because this dickhead is telling me to stay when you have another female in the kitchen. I'm staying to do what? What am I staying to do? Because at this point, if I stay, I'm just gonna punch your fucking face in. So what am I staying for? Sometimes I feel like, guys, men are clown. A whole boo-boo the clown. Stupid. And that girl as well, like, it's not even the girl's fault because I bet he never even told the girl that he was getting to know another female. I don't know the situation with them. It's a bit messy. I have no clue what's going on. So when I sobered up, I went back home. This man called me in the morning. Why are you calling me? Like, at this point, I'm a bit confused to why are you calling me? So he was trying to explain himself. Listen, that's not my girl, it's my ex, but she's crazy, like she thinks we're still together. Do I look stupid? It's like men think we're stupid. I don't know why, but who do you think you're talking to? Do I look dumb? So he was telling his life stories. That's how I call it, stories that touches the heart. That's what he was doing. So I said, okay, cool, like, just know that this, whatever was going on between me and you is over. Like, I just can't do it. I honestly can't do it. So obviously, I think I blocked him off WhatsApp and blocked his number. I'm not too sure. Come in.